Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you who are seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, emotional, mental health, and wellness, self improvement, self development topic list. We've got over 550 of those available in a variety of topics. Hopefully, something that's benefit to you. If you want to stand out and step out in your life in 2021 and beyond, getting in touch with a coach is a great way to do that. You can kind of own your life in a whole new way, which is always a powerful and positive thing. But in order to do that, you got to get in touch with a coach. If you want to work with me, and I'm more than willing to work with you, there's a couple ways you can get in touch. You can go to Twitter at PO Perception, or you can go to the About Me section of this YouTube page and reach out that way through the web page, and then kind of have a clue. So, if you want to stand out and step out, what are some things you can do? If you want to stand out and step out, there are many things that you can do to make things go in a more positive, progressive direction for you. We're going to talk about those today in a way that's easy to understand and hopefully makes sense. And we'll kind of run through about 8 or 9 of these. The first thing is discipline. You don't have to like what you're doing to make it useful for you. You don't have to like what you're doing to be able to use life to your advantage. There are many things I do within a day. For example, when I get on the phone with a client for the first time and I'm not working with them yet and I have to sell them on why they should work with me, I hate that part of my job. I admit that I hate that part of my job because I hate the process of sales. Doesn't mean I can't be good at it. Doesn't mean I can't do it successfully and effectively. It means that it's not my natural calling in life or thing that I truly enjoy. Now, that being said, I discipline myself to do it every day because I know it needs to get done. I know that the things I want to do, such as help people in a bigger way and really help to affect change in their lives and in my own, is the benefit to doing this thing I don't like. The discipline to do it every day, whether I feel like it or not, is necessary for me to be successful. The same will apply for you. Finding the things that you have to discipline yourself to do, not because you want other people's approval, but because it affects your goal and your ability to get to your goal, is super important. The next is accept that you will fall short of your own expectations more often than you want to. Accept that through falling short of your expectations, it doesn't mean that you have failed completely. It just means that you are not in alignment with the pathway to success in this moment. Understanding that you are capable of changing, altering, modifying, and adjusting to reach your goal is there. Also, learning that you can learn from times you fall short just as much as you can learn from times that things go well is really valuable as well. Finding balance. So balance in the acceptance that all emotions will happen. There are going to be days you don't want to. There are going to be days you're sad, days you're angry, days you're frustrated, days you want to quit, days that quitting would be easier, days that you just feel overwhelmed. And then there will be days where it all makes sense and there's a breakthrough, and you can look back and see the reasons for the bad days to get to the good days. You can see the interlinking of the benefit of balance. Balance should be one of the most key things in your life, because if you focus on balance most, then you can adjust to and handle things in a new way. The next thing is understanding that it's a good idea to read and study people who have done what you've done or want to do. Read and study people that are the opposite of who you are so you can understand a more diverse group of people. The more you study the world, the more the world will study you in terms of how you got to where you are. And if you want to really make an impact, you want people to study you, because the more people that look at what you've done or how you've done it or all of that, the more you get to a place where you're truly an influencer, not only for this generation but for generations to come. The next thing to consider is that it's worth it to have long-term thoughts. Where do I want to be in a year? Where do I want to be in 5 years? Where would I ultimately like to be when I'm looking back at my life and I can't do the things I can do right now anymore? So often people live day to day without eye towards the future. Now, the future doesn't really exist because we co-create it, but having a vision of what the ideal scenario is can be mutually beneficial and helpful, because at the end of the day we're really getting to a place where we can go, you know what, this is what I want to put my time into, this is what I this is what I really want to do. And then ultimately kind of looking at it from a new perspective overall, being motivated by how you get to that goal is important. Look ahead, be ahead, know that being ahead matters, because if you're ahead of the trends, if you're ahead of the curve, and you can focus on being ahead, then you can kind of anticipate the needs of those in front of you, and let go of kind of being at a lower level where you live through your emotions. Live through progress, live through understanding that progress is necessary. Don't necessarily live through what you want in the moment. Live through where you want to end up in the end, and you'll have more power in your life. That is focus. Focus on what you want to accomplish, focus on how you want to feel, focus on the things that need to change in your life to get you closer to having the easiest possible existence or the most enjoyable existence for you. Understand that that will constantly be changing, so you need to check in with yourself often, and know that you are capable of reaching your true goals. The last thing I want to focus on is you choose your identity. Meaning, who do you really want to be? Not who do other people want you to be, but who do you want to be? Do you want to be an outgoing person? Do you want to be an introvert? Do you want to be well known? Do you want to be behind the scenes? Do you want to be a star? Do you want to be a family person? What do you want to be? And it's not either or, it's just cultivating the things that you want to do, um, then, and who you want to be. There's a certain level of autonomy that comes with when we admit that, hey, may not be where I want to be, but thank goodness I'm not where I used to be. Um, and at the end of the day, finding that balance within yourself is the key. So, in any event, hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.